G'day everybody, welcome back to The Altars. Hope you guys are doing well. In today's episode, once again, we are going to check out one of the life paths for one of our altars, but before I get into it, I did want to just quickly explain to you guys that I'm actually making a slight change to the settings and just turning on disable copyrighted content. So I had that off before, and I think maybe the first few videos were okay with it off, but I am starting to get a few copyright issues on YouTube, so I am trying to resolve those. I'm not really going to make any changes to the previous videos, but unfortunately that's the environment that we live in on YouTube, so yeah, we'll see if I can resolve it. If not, then, you know, that's that. Let's see. So let's go to the QC first. We'll have a look at the scientist's story, just that we can better understand him, and then we sort of decide on what we want to do for, you know, the next, well, I would say maybe we're going at a pace of a couple of days an episode. Let's see here. The Path of Science. Maybe it wasn't the most profitable decision, but Lena supports it. She said she loves our camping getaways, and the way she listened to you when you told her your plans for your PhD project motivates you like hell. Who said you can't pursue the path of science and be rich? Okay. Next part here. 27 years old. Research comes first. You give Lena a wave as she walks you to the bus for the airport. She's gonna be fine. It's only a few months, and she's busy with her own project anyway. You love the way the two of you can give each other space. Of course, it would be great to move out of that student dorm already. But research comes first. Always. Drifting apart. The equations on your blackboard stir mixed feelings in you. The result is not what you expected, but on the other hand, you feel that familiar tingling in your stomach. You may be onto something completely new here. Oh shit, you completely forgot about Lena. She wanted to come and pick up her things from your place. You need to call her and postpone. Breakthrough. This is it. You knew it would be a breakthrough. First the grant, and now a serious investor. How about enlarging the team? Getting an office, maybe? And a new set of clothes? You can't go on looking like an underpaid postgrad student. There's gonna be a lot of business meetings ahead of you, Yan. Nice. Eyes on the prize. Could your research really contribute to the finding of rupidium one day? Go in the direction of nanotech in space exploration could increase the chances of that. You really need to focus. Success is just around the corner. You both changed. You look at her in astonishment. Lena, is that you? Fancy meeting her at this conference. Looks like she's gone far too. Not as far as you, obviously. She's changed. You both have. Amazing how young and immature we were back then. Seems like ages ago. Good to see she's done well for herself. So, I don't know if in this life path, perhaps maybe we got a divorce, or maybe didn't even marry. Maybe they were together for a time and then just, you know, decided not to be with each other and focused on career. The pinnacle. You read the contract over and over again. Ally Corp. Space mining missions want your tech on board. This must be the pinnacle of your career. You've worked so hard for this. Well done, Yan. Now, let's get to work. He seems to be all about the work and never really giving himself breaks. Getting on board. The data seems inconsistent. What would be the reason for those failures? You've gone through it with the whole team and still, something's missing. Your tech is well tested. Maybe it's not being used properly. You've heard rumors that in the race for success, Ally Corp's sending just about anyone on those dolly missions. Maybe They need you on board. Project Ollie. Just one final radio check and you're good to go. Time to sort this mess out in person. What mess, though, is the question. Maybe he's got some other ulterior motive. But everything is a bit fishy in this game. The entire plot is. So before we make our way out, I'm thinking we probably want to just think about all of our assignments here. Of course, the botanist is now in our greenhouse and he's going to be working on making all of that food. So we've got one batch of raw food, and I don't know. I don't know if that would mean we would have enough food from there. Perhaps maybe it just makes 5 batches of cooked meals. So we might need to grow some more, but we are going to be running out of food if we don't sort of watch the amount of mush that we have like a hawk. So we should be paying attention to that. I'm thinking in a couple of days we will be running out of food, right? So by then the raw food would be ready and then we'd be able to start making the cooked meals. Yeah, just my thought at the moment. In terms of other pieces of work that needs to happen, I'm thinking we take the miner off of the metals outpost and put him on the rubidium outpost. So there. And then we are a little low on organics, but I also want metals. So I'm thinking Technician Yan can jump onto the metals outpost, and in terms of our organics, I think we can arrange that ourselves. The only issue is I do want to do some exploration, and we may need a drill cartridge to break through certain areas, right? So yeah, maybe I can work on a few metals just to begin with, to get that drill cartridge done and dusted. And then I can go out to where the organics outpost is, and then we can just continue our exploration, because I think that outpost is the closest to where we haven't explored yet. So that's the plan. Out we go, and immediately off to the metals, and I'll just work on this for a little bit. Okay, so we're on 17 metals at the moment, is that right? Probably need, like, just a little bit more. Okay, so Yan is working already on this, and he's not here just yet, but I can't use the outpost as a result. So I may as well just shift to the organics. Just top this up a little bit, and we should now have enough metals to work on producing the cartridge ourselves. I moved the workshop, didn't I? I think it's on the lowest floor through this elevator. So let's grab that and work on it ourselves. Okay, so just having a think about everything, but I think I'm pretty comfortable with how things are running for the time being. It's not like I can get more altars anyway, right? So one thing that I just want to check on though is how many pylons I can build. Okay, I can only make one more pylon And then I can do a travel pylon. Oh, hang on. It says that I have 3 of the travel pylons. Interesting. I'm gonna see if I can make use of it, but... yeah, the idea is we want to go... all the way down there. I could try to go for the shallow minerals over there, but I don't think it's that worthwhile. And I do have a suit battery pack, right? So if we run out of energy, we should be able to just quickly recharge on the fly. Yeah, so I've been walking around these things, but I think as long as we're careful not to touch them, we don't need to walk. I'm thinking maybe we need to place the bridge over here. Possible. So this is where we haven't been before. Let's maybe... this is gonna expend more energy. Let's come back to it, just in case I need the energy for something else.
Hey, is that one following me? What the hell?
Oh, it is. It is. Oh, okay. Right. It is following us, isn't it? It's getting closer. Well, we're definitely not going to be able to walk around these guys then. More rupidium. Oh, okay, I got a lot of radiation there. So these things... are all of them following us? I think so. Okay, that's...
What is this? Another anomaly? It looks... out of this world.
I mean, everything here is out of this world. Let's interact with it. There's a pathway up there as well. Can't interact with this thing, but perhaps maybe the scientists might know a little bit more about what to do. So we'll go back and have a chat with them. We've got plenty of time to work with, though, still. More stuff down there. Lucky keychain. A key ring with a 4-leaf clover I got from my colleague Adam's parents when I was 12. I used to hide at his place when my father had his worst days. His parents never asked any questions, and everyone around the house behaved as if my visits were a normal thing. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that Adam's father was a psychotherapist. They moved away when I was 14.
Yes, I was missing that.
Psychotherapist. Maybe we might have a version of ourselves who's like a psychiatrist or something. Maybe there's a like world where they never moved away, and then that inspired us to go into the field. Possibly. More rupidium here. And that's the other side of where those anomalies were, where we could drill for a little bit of rupidium. but probably not the safest thing to do, so... This leads back around, and... Yeah, good call on the cartridge. Let's do it. Okay, only problem is I don't really have any more cartridges at the moment, but crossing my fingers, hopefully we won't have to put any more down. Okay, so this is just simply crosses back. And I think that might be the entire area explored, which is cool. Don't know how I feel about getting the shallow rapidium here, but I know that there's still a bit of time, but my thoughts on this is that we should head back because we are quite far from the base. I'm just trying to think of the best place to set up some kind of a travel pylon. Maybe around here somewhere. That way we don't have to travel so far. Yeah, and it's pretty safe. No anomalies here. There are anomalies in this area though, so... That's got me thinking. I wonder if I can bridge the gap over here using a pylon. Because if I can, maybe that's our solution. It is our last bit of energy though, so let's experiment. Oh no, okay. Doesn't look like I can place it down here. It could be because we don't have the normal pylon connecting to it just yet. Okay, so this is the crossing. Yeah, I'm just hoping that we can place this pylon here and then we can place another one just across over there, so we'll see. Alright, people are off of their shifts for the moment. I'm just curious to see how much of our resources there are. Oh, our raw food is done. Oh, okay. Well, we better get the botanist working on that. I thought it would take a couple of days at the very least to make raw food. So we'll do another batch, which is going to consume quite a few more organics, right? I don't mind working a little bit more on organics. Taking a little bit of radiation there. That's a lot of radiation, actually. Let's head back. Plus, I need to have a chat with the scientist anyway. And it looks like the miner has something else to talk to us about. So, where are they? Scientist in the womb. The miner in the dormitory. We'll try to hit both conversations before we go to sleep. I found another anomaly.
I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
Okay. I made a curious discovery out there.
I made a curious discovery. Another distortion? I don't know. It was different this time. It didn't look dangerous, no radiation. Actually, it didn't do anything. But it caught your attention. It's like nothing I've seen before. It must have something in common with the other distortions. Question is, are they the cause or the reason of so much rupidium here?
I'd like to study them more.
I'd like to study them more. So would I. And for that, we'll have to design our own tools. Do you have anything specific in mind? Let me think about it. I need to look through Professor Frankov's lectures, as well as notes from other expeditions. We have a theory. I just need to find a way to put it into practice.
Okay, so we'll need to come back to him. Let's try and get to the miner before the end of the day. Oh, he's in the kitchen now. That was quick.
I spotted a few loose screws here and there. Makes me wonder if you're not trying to break things to look busy.
Hello,
If
young.
you're bored enough to start conspiracy theories, I can find you something to do.
Oh, I feel like people are starting to not get along. I heard you had an accident.
I heard you had an accident. What happened?
What? Oh, it's nothing. Just a scratch.
Oh,
Shit happens, eh?
there's a
Part of
little
the
bit
job.
buggy, I think. Perhaps maybe because he's mid-conversation with the other guy. Glad nobody got hurt.
Well, glad nobody got hurt. You were lucky there.
Yeah. Don't you worry your ugly ass about it. I'm like invincible.
I don't know, this guy sounds a little bit unstable. Okay, just be careful next time.
Okay, just be extra careful next time. We can't afford to lose you.
Jeez, I'm not a baby. I've spent my whole damn life working in high-risk environments. I'm always extra careful.
That's a bit of a shame because I do like trying to get an idea of the facial expressions in these conversations and just to see if we can sort of read into how these guys are thinking and feeling and perhaps maybe their motivations and all that. Time to end the day. We probably do need to just review all of the research and whatnot as well, just to make sure that stuff is actually happening, right? Like, I made the mistake of not continuing the work for the botanist immediately. So, let me just take a look. Research. Yeah, we don't have any research currently, so yeah, my bad. I really need to be on top of this. Internal analysis tools look into ways to interact with the internal. Yep, I think that's definitely the first priority. And then... yeah, okay, base maintenance workplace. So are we saying that there could be a need to have multiple workplaces to fix the base? Possibly. Just looking at the overview of the base, we don't really have a lot more space to work with for expansion, so I'm thinking maybe researching the next expansion might be a good idea. Cheaper climbing would be good. Actually, let's get that. Assignments, we've got research lab, the greenhouse, rupidium, and the metals. I think people are still in the right spots. I might need to work on some of the organics myself. I think maybe a couple of radiation filters might not be a bad idea, as well as a drill cartridge. I don't know if we'll need a mining outpost at this stage, or another one. Oh, the technician wants to speak to us as well. Let's go to the kitchen. There he is. Okay, he's angry, so let's try to calm him down.
I can see that you're angry. Just leave me alone. Come on, let me help. What do you usually do when you feel like this?
I don't know. Go to a bar, I guess. Nothing better than a bottle of cheap, lukewarm beer, am I right?
You can't always suppress your emotions.
You can't always suppress your emotions. That's dangerous.
Don't patronize me. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure that went well. Should we just take a very quick look at how our alters are doing? Looks like he's feeling okay. The miner is a bit unhappy. Can't believe I had an accident here. It scares me that some things don't change. It's irritating the technician insists on changing our diet. Okay, the botanist seems pretty chill. No one is happy though, and in fact the miner is a little bit in the negative side, so yeah, we've got to keep an eye out on that, and perhaps maybe I do need to have a think about what solutions we can provide people. So we got the greenhouse recently. I'm thinking the social room would be good. We'll need a few more metals for that, obviously. Infirmary. We could put injured people in there. And since there was an accident, maybe this is a good thing to have. But I suppose I would have to assign people into the space. I don't know. Do we get the infirmary first, or do we save for the social room? I don't think anyone's injured right now, right? Like, the miner apparently had some kind of an accident, but maybe he didn't sustain any injuries, or he's fully healed already. I'm not entirely sure on that front. If anything, we're the ones who've been exposed to like a bit of radiation out there. I think we save for the social room, and then we sort of do the infirmary when someone's actually injured. We don't even have a doctor on hand though, but I assume simply being in the infirmary will help in some way. My bad. Research lab. Ah, this is what I want. Still getting lost in my own base. Alright, so let's see if we can bridge this crossing here. And then, yeah, I can work on the minerals, and I can also work on some organics. So we've got 10 food to work with, so that's still a couple more days, but we do need to assign someone to the kitchen to do a bit of cooking. I wonder if it takes longer for cooked meals. If that takes a little longer to make. Possibly. Okay, travel pylon. Yes, it works. Okay. That's really good. Hang on, what does that mean, 3 out of 0? Does that mean that I need to perhaps maybe remove some of these pylons to be able to place it down? Maybe. It says 3 out of 0, which means maybe there's a resource there. We can't just have pylons sitting everywhere. I think that would make a lot of sense, though. Otherwise, things might be a little bit too easy. Oh, no. Not enough energy. Bloody hell. I think we can work our way around. We just have to dodge those anomalies. And then once we're done with the minerals over here, I'll swing by to the organics. Gotta watch that radiation counter as well. Not looking so hot right now. Okay, all done.
Running out of storage space.
Low on storage. Oh no. One problem after the other. Well, I'm hoping that expansion might solve some of our issues. Wondering how many times we can actually expand the base. Perhaps maybe a couple of times. Right, so I was gonna go work on the organics, but I'm going to have to go home and sort out our storage situation. Which I don't think should take too long, but it is literally some Tetris that we need to do. The miner is injured. Oh my goodness, alright. Well, maybe we should get the infirmary first then. Small storage. Here we go. Yeah, I guess we can use it right here next to the comms room. 157 rupidium, quite a lot of materials, actually minerals, rather. We're bringing in more metals, which is good. Alright, that looks decent. I think we could afford to just move that there. And that way we could get even more storage in. Infirmary. The infirmary is also quite large though. Okay, I think that's fine. Actually, let me take a look at what's required for the rupidium arc. Alright, we need more organics and more metals. But we've just had a workplace injury. And he's working on the rupidium outpost. I don't think we need more rupidium right now. I mean, as much as I would like to just stockpile some more, I think it might be a good idea for us to assign him in the infirmary bed, just to try to get rid of his injuries there. So let's do that. Do we need someone to be in the infirmary to treat them though? Wait a sec. What does this say? A place where up to 2 injured or irradiated crew members can be treated. A pharmacy dispenser takes care of the physical needs of the patient. Okay. It doesn't specifically say someone needs to work there though. So look, I'm making an assumption right now that he is healing. When he's done here, I think we'll get him working in the kitchen, just producing some meals. Yeah, that looks good. So whoever sits in the kitchen will be able to just continue making meals. And this is still going. And he's still working on the metals outpost. That's good. Alright. Time to go back out and... well, the miner does want to speak to us, so... Oh, look at this place. Fantastic. Where is the infirmary? Above us. Let's speak to him. An accident? Again?
I heard you had another accident. Are you okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. It's fine. It's not because of the painkillers, I swear.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do here, but I'm thinking if we take the painkillers off, he'll get very, very upset with us. and he might not want to do any of the work anyway. Maybe we'll give him this one last chance, and then if he does have another accident, then we'll take his painkillers away and see how we fare from there.
Okay, I believe you. But please, please be more careful next time.
Of course. Promise.
Okay, so at least our relationship with him
when you have a moment.
is still good. Research lab. Let's figure out where that is. What have you got for me?
So, what do you got for me? An invention I'm particularly proud of. The Luminator.
You mean a flashlight?
You have a talent for making extraordinary things sound mundane. It's not just a flashlight, Jan. Tell me, when you encounter these distortions, what is your priority?
Well, to avoid them primarily.
Honestly, you're the one who's interested in them. I just want to avoid them and get on with my mission. Now you'll be able to do it. Okay. How?
Professor Frankov discovered that certain frequencies of light waves can be used to peer into proximity planes, to study them. I've used his observations to create my Luminator so it can reveal elements of the integral hidden to the human eye. But it also has another, more pragmatic application. It can help to eliminate distortions.
You mean destroy them?
You mean destroy them for good?
I'm just giving you a tool. You decide how to use it. You see, distortions are created around puncture points between potential universes. That much we know. Now, with the Luminator, they should become much more visible to you. Focusing the Luminator's light waves exactly on the puncture point will allow you to seal that rift. You could compare it to cauterizing a wound.
Damn, that does sound promising.
Indeed. Now you see why I don't like calling it a flashlight.
Alright, good stuff. We're making progress here. So, build the... Oh, okay, it doesn't say build the Luminator, but I suppose we should make one. I assume that is something we can produce here? Yeah, okay, we're gonna need some metals for it. We've got all sorts of other stuff that we need to also try to build, which is going to require more of these materials. Okay, time to go back out there and see if we can gather up some more materials. So the technician is still at this outpost anyway, so that's good. I think I'm going to try and focus on getting more organics. Okay, we're at 43 on the metals. Organics, we are looking really, really low. Okay, workshop. Be below us.
I feel good.
And so let's queue Do we want to cue the illuminator first? Maybe the drill cartridge we could do without. Definitely need radiation filters, but let's get the illuminator in there. And I need to then, considering all of our materials here, decide whether or not we have enough for the rupidium arc. But the rupidium arc, I assume, is also going to need quite a bit of space, right? So let's continue working until closer to bedtime. Okay, it is bedtime now, so... let's have that sleep. Man, it does get quite complicated to try and manage here because constantly juggling between stuff. The sun is still far away, apparently, so I guess the game is being pretty forgiving.
I can't wait to try those veggies out.
Oh, to try the veggies out. Let's have a look at assignments once more. The greenhouse, yeah, okay. So, the botanist has a tendency of not informing us when he's done with stuff, which can be a little bit annoying. We definitely need him in the kitchen now. So, I've got enough veggies. And... okay, research, we should also place something else in here. ALX Organics Conversion. Unlocks the technology needed to convert ALX to organics in the refinery. What the hell is ALX? I have no idea. We need base expansion. Medium storage might be interesting as well. Anyone need to speak to us? It doesn't look like it. So I should be able to continue my work in the workshop and then assist with all of the mining. So, watching again on the rupidium arc. So we have what it takes right now. Nice, okay, so the only issue, though, is kind of need a way to access it, which is proving to be problematic for us. Can we do a little bit of reorganizing here? Yeah, I think that might work. And then we can get the rupidium arc in. Yeah, we can place it there. Brilliant. Okay, so that completes part of our mission at the very least. And now we need to make a call. Maybe we should make the call first, because then if there are any other things that we need to address while we're still here, we can do so. Calling the big boss himself.
Hello, Dulski here.
Jan, tell me you did it. Tell me you have the Ark.
I did it.
Well done. Now, all we need to do is bring it home safely. Are you making progress with that obstacle of yours?
I'm still looking for a way out.
Well, I don't want to cause panic, but you better hurry.
How's the rescue team doing?
And how's my rescue team progressing?
They'll be on time, Jan. Just make sure you are. Do what it takes to make your way to the other side of the planet, and leave the rest to me.
I bet you this rescue team, quote unquote, is actually just coming here to grab the Rapidium. Would have gone faster if I didn't have to build your damn ark.
Would have gone way faster if I didn't have to build that damn ark for you.
Do you really think it's just a whim for me?
No, but it's a career booster.
I wouldn't call it a whim, but it could obviously be a career booster for you.
Career? Apparently you don't know very much about me, or my career. Why don't you relate to yourself a little more?
Well,
Imagine coming back without Rapidium and having to face the thought, what if I hadn't given up? Would you live with yourself while the world would deteriorate before your eyes? All because you put your sorry ass first.
all right. Point taken.
Yeah, we've had hints of what the world is like currently, but they don't really talk too much about it. Maybe there's widespread famine and hunger or something. I'm gonna need your help.
I'm gonna need your help.
What can I do for you?
I need blueprints for superconductive bridge anchors from Project Versant.
Versant? But how do you know about that?
Do we tell him more? I'm smarter than you think.
I'm smarter than you think, Maxwell.
Well, you're familiar with aborted scientific programs unknown to the public.
Aborted? Are you sure?
Yes. Project Versant was terminated years ago due to lack of satisfactory results.
But didn't they come up with some tech useful for mining missions?
No. How would you even know what they were unless an alternate version of you was somehow involved in it? Is it possible that someone from your crew remembers a non-existing technology? That's amazing, Jan. You do understand what I'm saying, right?
So, are we saying that they then have the knowledge about a technology that just simply doesn't exist in our current world? And because of that, perhaps maybe there's a potential to just simply bring that technology to life. Yeah, he did mention an undergraduate student of his who went to work for the program.
Yeah. He did mention an undergraduate student of his who went to work for the program.
The proverbial flap of the butterfly's wings. It must feel incredible to realize such a universe-bending potential in your life path.
Well,
I understand that you don't have any blueprints.
all I'm hearing is that you don't have my blueprints.
No, I'm sorry. They simply don't exist. But there is still something we can do.
What's that?
I have an idea. It's a long shot, but it might be all we have. Project Versant did leave behind unfinished drafts. Crisscrossed formulae, discarded calculations, the usual scribbles of a scientific stream of consciousness at work. For what it's worth, I'll ask Lucas to send it over to your terminal. Maybe that resourceful alter of yours can put it to good use.
Oh, okay. It's better than nothing, I guess.
I have to say, Jan, I'm beginning to see more and more potential in this situation of yours. I hope we speak soon. Good luck, as always.
Only seeing the potential. Alright, we need to give the blueprints to the scientist, and I assume he's then going to need to actually research the stuff, so let's just see where we've put the research lab now. Oh. The dormitory apparently needs some kind of maintenance? So how does that work? Sorry, let's do one thing at a time here. Where's the research lab? Above us. Oh, hang on. Here he is. I was gonna say, maybe he's not in the research lab. I have news about your blueprints.
So, I have news about the anchor blueprints you asked for?
I certainly hope so, because I just saw something come in from mining ops, and it looks like a bad joke. Did you precisely ask for bridge anchor blueprints?
I'm sorry, but the program you mentioned, it doesn't exist.
Sorry to break this to you, but the program you mentioned doesn't exist. This is all they came up with before they were terminated. Terminated? But why? Lack of results. Looks like they didn't get anywhere without that student of yours. Results, huh? You mean an outcome that only exists in my fake memories? Huh. No wonder what I got looks more like the musings of a madman than serious work. There's no way I can make anything out of it. We just don't have the time.
I know it's imperfect, but I believe in you.
Look, I know it's not perfect, but I believe in you. Just think, they came up with this thing only because you existed. It's gotta mean something. Well, if you put it that way, I can try.
Cool, alright, so does that mean we now need to... Yeah, okay, there's some mission research that we need to do. I do need the base expansion though, so this bridge anchor will be the next thing that we queue, so yeah, let's do that. Right, well that was a lot of time spent here in the base, and does make me feel uncomfortable because I feel like that's a lot of lost time not getting materials. I don't know what I should focus on, whether or not it's the Rapidium or organics. I'm thinking organics would be a good thing because we are really, really low.
Nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Base maintenance. Actually, base maintenance is probably better for Technician Yan, and I think if there was nothing broken, we would have something here that would tell us that nothing's broken, and then with the botanist we can shift him to do metals. The miner, yeah, I think we'll just make sure that he's recovering from his injuries. I don't know what kind of penalties you get from using injured altars. Okay.
We need to talk.
Okay, technician needs to speak to us. The research is done. So let's immediately get the bridge anchor queued. Let's continue working. So the technician needs to speak to us, but I think we can reserve that for when we get back home. Okay, we've got a call coming in as well. I don't know how quickly you need to address conversations and calls and stuff like that. Right. Let's deal with the technician first.
Bad. All that preparation must feel like a second job.
Oh, man. Where'd he go? In the workshop. Yeah. There we go. Something you wanted to talk about?
Hey, you wanted to discuss something. Yeah. I want to know when you started being such a pushover. What? You heard me. I'm not blind. I can see the workload pile up. And you, eager to take new orders.
I'm not in a good negotiating position.
Well, I'm not exactly in the best negotiating position. Using illegal technology to save my life, creating my altars. I'd better have a good justification for that. So they're threatening you. Even better. Like I said, I don't have much choice. Maxwell's in charge here. Yeah, so was Dad. The man of the house. I thought you regretted not standing up to him. Looks like you didn't learn much. That's a little below the belt. You're right. Sorry, this place is getting to me. All I'm saying is, we should do something just for ourselves. Something not work-related, not productive in any way. Like what? Well, there's a social room module available in this base. We could start with that. I bet it has a beer pong table. Yeah, see? A smile on your face. Let's build a place where we can chill out and play beer pong, and then, after I've beaten you, we can talk more serious stuff. What do you say?
You're never beating me.
You're never beating me. I'm the official beer pong champion of my year. Well, the third floor of my dorm, anyway. Oh man, I'm shitting my pants already.
Okay, cool. So it's just really advising us to make a social room. So we'll do that. I mean, I was thinking about it already, but the miner had to get himself injured, obviously, so that was a bigger priority. Let's go to the conference room, or communication room, rather. Lucas.
Lucas, what's up now? Kind of busy here.
I know. It's that I've only just learned the big news. You managed to build one. A Rapidium arc. Man, congrats. That's really heavy stuff.
Yeah. It's important. I got that.
Yeah. It's important. I got that. Now, can I get back to saving my ass down here?
Sure. Sorry. I didn't mean to. How are you getting on?
I think I'm on the right track.
I think I'm on the right track.
That's great. You're doing a good job juggling all those tasks and your altars. Kudos.
Why do I get the feeling you want something from me?
Well, it's not that I want something.
So?
I just thought, well, it really can make a difference if you bring back one arc, or, well, more. Since you already have the outpost in place, you know? All the infrastructure.
What's in it for you and your boss?
What's in it for you and your boss?
Oh, no, it's not like that. This is my initiative. I just think that... Look, we both work for a corporation, and it's only fair we're delivering the Rapidium to them. But it doesn't mean we can only feed the big fish, you know? We're all connected, in a way. Like, if there's pain in the little finger, the whole body feels it. That's just my personal opinion.
Another one of Grandma's sayings?
Let me guess. Your grandma used to say that?
No, actually, I read that somewhere.
What difference would it make?
And what difference will it make if I bring more, say 2 Rapidium arcs instead of 1, or even, I don't know, 5? There still won't be enough for everyone.
But there will be more for everyone. independent startups, NGOs, research labs. There's this subsidy program that warrants a share for them in case of success. And even if it's only a small share for a small number of them, it's gonna mean one thing. Diversification, Mr. Dalsky. That always serves people.
Well, he's got a point there, but I feel like this could be a ploy to convince us to just simply bring home more rupidium. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Mr. Dalsky. It really means a lot to me. And to so many others, I'm sure.
No problem. By the way, can you quit with that Mr. Dulski crap? My name is Jan.
Oh. Okay, Jan. Yeah, cool. I'm Lucas, in case you wanna, you know.
I caught that, Lucas. No worries.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, good luck with the rupidium, Jan. I'm L7 out, for now.
Okay, alright. I guess that could mean a limitation of how much space we actually have to work with in the base, because if we keep building rupidium arcs, it's going to eat up various slots, right? So, could be problematic. I want to get myself back to the workshop, and I just want to see if there's anything we can do to close out the day. We've got a lot of metals now. I'm happy about that. Yeah, let's do a couple more radiation filters. And we have 10 cooked meals. I'm thinking Botanist probably needs to shift to maybe cooking a little bit more. Okay, so that'll be all of our raw food. And then immediately after that, he's going to then grow more food. I think that's the plan anyway. So, but as for us, let's try to make some of these radiation filters. Takes a while though, doesn't it? Okay, that looks good. Time for bed.
Before you head out, make sure you have...
And I think this is probably a good place for us to call it an episode as well. So when we come back, I think we'll have a read of the botanist's storyline to see again where his perspective comes from. And yeah, we're going to need to sort of have a think about, you know, what resources to prioritize, and go back out there to those internals? I think that's what they're called. Yeah, and see if we can try to just clear the way. We still also have the very sort of weird looking anomaly that we came across as well, so hopefully we learn a little bit more about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Really enjoying this playthrough, to be honest, so I hope you guys are too. Drop me a like down below, as usual. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.